So this is one of the buses that I really wanted to see. I grew up in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, so we did not get these particular flexible buses, but I would see them all the time in other cities. So this is literally my first time seeing one of these in person. It's a pretty cool looking bus. Looks like it was a Golden Gate Transit bus. If I'm not mistaken, this bus is like late 80s, early 90s. And that is a pretty up-to-date looking driver's area here. Yeah, this is pretty much what the driver's area in most buses still look like, with a few modern upgrades in 2024. So very interesting. Oh, look at the old school transfer slips right here. And yes, I used to use this fare box. We had these in Sacramento until before we replaced them with the current fare boxes, which to me are not that good. So yeah, very comfortable seating on this bus. This was clearly more of a commuter type of coach, because they typically don't put these really comfortable seats on the regular transit routes. You have all sorts of people on the bus sleeping. If we had these kind of seats on just every single regular route, man, that would be crazy. All right, wheelchair riders have priority in this area. Press signal, switch below for next stop. And check it out on this bus, no pull cords. You gotta press the yellow tape for the next stop. See, I told you, for my viewers that are not from the United States, I told you we have other options, or had other options besides the pull cord. It just depends on what the transit agency chooses, or whatever the manufacturer is making, pretty much. But yeah, this is a pretty cool looking bus. I wish we had these in Milwaukee just so that I could have rode on these buses back in their prime. So yeah, let's see, we have the nail switch, driver's light, fan, passenger signal. You can turn that on and off. Destination sign on and off. Speakers, PA volume. Oh, this is a ZF transmission here. Interesting. They have the parking brake right here, down here by it'll be by your left knee, pretty much. So yeah, that's interesting. But let's see, what are all these colorful buttons here? Oh, okay, I see. Oh, those aren't buttons. Those are your telltale signs, pretty much, of something that's going on with the bus. Okay, that's cool. It's crazy because we still have these phones in Sacramento currently. They are replacing it with slightly updated phones, but we do still have some of these on some of the buses, and a lot of other transit systems do as well. I like it. It's pretty cool. Now let's check out the GMC Fishbowl bus from 1976. I absolutely love these buses. I used to ride these buses. Well, we had some of these in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Here's a picture of what the GMC Fishbowl buses look like in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, my hometown. So let's check this out. Good old driver's area. Now this is the old school fare box right here. Insert dollar bills here. Oh, into that little slot right there. Okay. Keep it simple. I actually wouldn't mind if we did that right now in 2024. Okay, now from 1976 to 2024, we have, become a lot more modern in the driver's area, but I think that was into the 80s, and then after the 80s, I think we pretty much stayed the same. But yeah, we're definitely more modern than this, but I love this retro old school look. Of course, they weren't going for a look back then. This was just the status quo. This was how they did it. But in 2024, it's like, oh, it's so retro. It's a cool look. I love the vibe, the retro vibes. You know what I mean? Ooh, look at this color scheme. Navy blue and sky blue. Very interesting. I like it. Looks good to me. Oh, this is such a beautiful, beautiful bus. Look at this bus and look at the huge rear window. I love this. When I was a kid, I would sit in the back seat, turn around, look out the window. Good old-fashioned pull cord. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. But unfortunately, you do have to fix it because some people break these because they'll pull on the pull cord way too hard intentionally. Just trying to be funny. You know what I mean? See, we got the emergency exit right here. Window lever, window outline. There you go right there. This is a beautiful bus, and it's really cool to be able to sit on this bus from the 70s. I wish I could sit in the driver's seat, but all of the transit buses, the driver's seats are blocked, and I totally understand, but it would be cool if I could sit in just one of these buses in the driver's seat. But you know, it's all good. I understand policy and rules are policy and rules. Gotta obey them, right? Or you should. Some people don't. That even back in the day, we had the good old green light to let you know that it is clear for you to push the handles for the door to pop open. Here's another one of my favorite buses. I love these flexibles here. We had them in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and I used to ride them all the time on the Route 23, Fun to Like Avenue. And here's a picture of what they look like in Milwaukee. Very similar to the GMC Fishbowl. Look, we got the foot switches for the signal lights and the brights. And this bus was built in May of 1971. Here goes all the stats on it. Absolutely love this bus. And it has that old bus smell too. So that's the main rule on this bus, just don't smoke. I'll pass on the refried beans. Look at this. If we're late, you ride free, period. If any RTD bus picks you up more than 15 minutes after scheduled time, you will board free. If you are using a transfer or monthly pass, ask operator for details. So what do y'all think about that policy that's behind me right there? It may prompt schedulers of transit systems to be a little bit more realistic with the schedules, because some of the schedules that are given to bus operators are almost impossible, especially during certain times of the day, certain times of the year, during commuter hours, rush hour, peak hours. It's really difficult to keep the bus on time. And we get fussed at about it all the time by passengers, as if we were doing something intentionally to make the bus late. Maybe some drivers do, but most drivers do not.
He ain't lying.
Monthly pass prices: regular 20, student 15, elderly handicap 12. Wow, look at this. RTD has the operator of the month as well. I wish we could see stuff like this nowadays. I mean, you probably can. It just depends on the transit system. So basically what this is saying is shut up. I'm joking. Just be mindful that we are driving when we're in this seat. Registration. Bus drivers carry no cash or tokens. Got the pull cord. Check out the rear doors here. The open door, push handle. But of course you have to wait for the light. Then push door handle to open. Little hammer to break the glass. Isn't that adorable? Look at this. For licensed drivers, you can ride free on your birthday. Just show your license to the bus operator. That's a bit much. I'm not trying to be inspecting people's driver's license. Like, okay, it's your birthday, you can ride free. But hey, I guess if they paying me, it's part of the job, right? Clearly, you know I drive public transit buses in Sacramento, California. This bus behind me used to be a Sacramento transit bus back in 1958. So this bus used to drive around some of the same streets I drive around in Sacramento, but just very long time ago. So just think, if it was possible for me to be a bus driver in 1958 and I lived in Sacramento, this would be my office right here. Look at the simple yet effective fare box. Shout out to Maine fare box. Look at the pull cord. 1958, people. And we're still using them in 2024. Like I said before, we do have the option for buttons, but hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it until somebody breaks it. The pull cord, that is. So this is pretty cool. I'm sitting on a bus that served Sacramento around 1958-ish. Nice.